Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and I must be on some kind of a green kick because we played Kinnan and now we're playing Selvala, Heart of the Wilds. But unlike Kinnan, who feels just like the oops, never didn't have it, bleh, here's infinite value and a billion mana, Selvala makes you work for it. You have to play some pretty weird cards in your Selvala deck to make things happen, but oh my gosh, when this deck pops, it pops hard. This card draws a card whenever a creature with the greatest power enters the battlefield. So we want to run high power creatures? Yes, because it makes mana equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. So you can do some pretty nutsy things. Of course, we want to play creatures with super high power toughness like Galta, Gigantosaurus, Traxos, but we also want some creative ways to untap Selvala or artificially inflate power and toughness, and we get to run strange cards like Buna Boseiju that untap a creature and then give +X+X, so you make even more mana. Once you generate huge numbers of mana, you can do wild things like cast Momentous Fall or Return of the Wild Speaker or other cards that let you draw cards equal to the power of a creature. You draw a whole bunch of cards, you play out a whole bunch of more creatures, you untap Selvala some other way. There are in fact infinite mana combos here in mono green, including Staff of Domination, the new inclusion from the Brothers War Retro Artifact set. So while Kinnan is kind of like ta-da, just, you know, played Kinnan, just Kinnan things, Selvala makes you work for it. It actually feels like 500 IQ green combo. But when you do it, it's very rewarding as you not only get huge monsters, you get huge amounts of card draw and potential on-the-spot game-winning actions. And if you just like casting things like the Tarask and Ulamog, and beating people to death with them, Selvala is for you too. So we're going to show off what I think is the coolest mono green commander, Selvala, Heart of the Wilds. Let's dive in, let the nonsense begin, and hey Selvala fans who watched the intro, you're cool. Our opponent's on Joda. We have a slow hand, but we can protect Selvala, and we have card draw and kind of a medium creature to drop. So this hand is probably very good. The Nykthos also might have a lot of devotion. Joda, not always the most interactive deck, much more about playing its own big monsters, so this should be a good competition for who can be the biggest big monster. We top decked probably the best card in our deck, Llanowar Elves. This could lead us to a turn 3 Cavalier. The opponent could have turn 3 Joda though. Might have turn 3 Nissa. This is getting all kinds of crazy. We could drop Selvala and hope it survives, because that also would get us to all these other goals, but we'd also have Selvala on the field, but then we couldn't protect her. But I think we gotta try. Let's be assertive and hopeful. Joda deck doesn't always interact well or often. Although against Selvala, maybe they don't know because you don't see her that often, but you got to keep a hand with removal. So opponent with Key to the Archive, they might be fetching a Wrath. They discard a Karizev. We could play Nissa and then still have protection, or we could play Cavalier and draw. And then we'd still have Blossoming Defense, but again, if they got a Wrath, we're in big trouble. But I think this is the play. I think it has the most upside. And let's see what happens with the card they fetch from Key to the Archive and the mana to cast Joda. Don't touch her. They kept Helix. I love it. Does that resolve? It does. So maybe I get to do my cool things. Tapped land doesn't play Joda. Okay. Oh baby. Oh baby. What's about to happen? So this makes 5 mana right now, which can cast the Rishkars and put Nissa onto the battlefield. Incredible. Rishkar's expertise. I want to draw 5 cards and put a Nissa on the field. Oh baby. And those are some ways to untap Selvala, and we have Nykthos on the way. Are you kidding me?
I protect that which cannot protect itself.
This untaps Selvala. This makes Selvala a 6 power. This untaps Selvala again. Nykthos makes 1 billion mana. Ronus gives +2/+0 and trample as many times as we possibly can. Are they dead? I'm not sure, but we can untap Nykthos with Nissa and make even more mana. We can definitely attack our opponent for a lot and play our whole hand. That's sick. We have to mulligan until we get early ramp. We have to mulligan until we get early ramp. Our opponent is playing Niv-Mizzet, which probably 5 color control. All right, we have early ramp. And I think we'll keep Cavalier and put Gigantosaurus away. As fun as it is, I think we've got to keep value here, or we're going to run out of cards. Blossoming Defense. Let's hope Selvala doesn't die, because we're not sure we'll have another mana to protect her anytime soon. Okay, Growth Spiral, not dead yet. Love it. Okay. Ulamog off the top. I think we've got to do this so that we can do this. We hit the land, thank goodness. We draw, and we have protection. And next turn, things get wild. Wild. We don't have protection from everything. White mana Wrath of God, for example. Veil is like sad, but we're in pretty good shape. Oh, they get to draw off this. Gross. I mean, this happens sometimes. It's not great. Doesn't feel good. But if you get to have a big mana explosion and do awesome things, it's fine. All right, they're going to tutor. Make it a good one. If I have my way, this Ulamog might exile your Triomes. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8 mana right now. So probably just draw 5. Nine mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't see a way to cheat more though. Draw. Okay, we got Staff, Wild Shape, Ranger's Guile. Only the Staff untaps Selvala though, and it takes 6 mana, which I don't have. Let's go like this. Play the Troll. If the Troll dies, then we can cast 2 spells to potentially protect or interact. Yeah. All right. We do get something back with the Cavalier. Selvala to the command. Cavalier can get return, I think. And you attach over here. No indestructible on this card for all of its text. All right, let's replay our champion here. Uro's not coming out just yet. Another board wipe would be pretty heartbreaking. I know I can't run too many board wipes. Oh, Casualties of War? I think so. That is an epic blowout for Vale. No, that's a board wipe. But it is 4 damage. We can be a 1/5. We have reach, by the way. She lives! Let's get cooking. It's not a land. I really wanted another land drop there. But we can make 5 mana here. We could drop Traxos. If we draw into a way to untap, that's so good. But if we draw another land, that's fine too. Okay, Elder. We still have 1 mana open, but we're not using it. If we play this, we untap Traxos, but then we don't have any mana open. And I think we need the mana open. City's Blessing, though. Opponent gets the beauty, wonderful Scry 3 from Battle of Frost and Fire. But don't let it fool you. The card didn't do its original job of killing the 1 creature on the board. Niv-Mizzet Reborn is often absolutely loaded with interactive spells. So I'm sure they'll find something. And we'll see if Veil, the combination of Veil and Ranger's Guile can keep it on its toes. Binding, you know it. What's the target? I mean, is Traxos just going to beat you to death? Do you have to go after the mana engine? If you kill the Traxos, I still get 5 mana from the Sword Tooth. I'm not even sure I have to protect the Traxos. I'll protect my commander, though. I want to Ulamog them. All right, they heard me. Let's add double green. Let's lead with the Ranger's Guile, even though Veil is live to draw right now, because I think they might counter this, and they do. Oh, baby. We win the interactive war with our mono green deck. And on that note, it's fine. Roar! Dude, stay. I'm about to make like a bajillion, I'm about to draw like a bajillion cards. Dude, stay. It'll be so much fun. So Staff of Domination needs 6 mana to untap. So we're not quite there, but if we draw a land... Yeah, if we draw land, we play 2 with Sword Tooth, we return to the Wild Speaker, we draw 10. It'll be fun. Not to mention we're attacking with Traxos. Oh, it's wonderful. We're up against Kaito, another deck probably loaded with removal, hand disruption, counter spells. We do have a wild shape, so we'll keep it. I really wish we had a 1 mana play, but we're on the play, so we don't have to mulligan for ramp. For 1 mana ramp specifically. Turn 1 island. Think. Turn 1 Ornithopter, Network Disruptor. Looks like the opponent is going to play the Ninja variant. This can untap Selvala. It's exciting. If the opponent's doing ninjutsu, like kind of thematic stuff with Kaito, that's way better for us than if they're playing like good stuff Kaito, which can be a very tempo-y, disrupt-y deck. Ninjas are obnoxious and can be strong too, but they're usually not as strong as the other version. Let's get Selvala down and hold up Wild Shape to protect. What we don't have is a payoff. We need to draw a big creature soon. We need something to do with all this mana, because right now we can't draw a card, we can't do much of anything. Alright, opponent's gonna do ninja tricks. And they have silver for a master, which I think it's just damage, if I remember correctly. Yep. Good old classic Ornithopter Ninjas. Feels like a commander game. No payoff yet for Selvala. Do we attack? Does it matter? I guess we'll hold back and make the opponent figure out how to get past us with the silver for now. If they want to get that damage. Come on, where's the big creatures in the card draw? We don't get a lot of windows against a blue base deck to pull this kind of thing off, and we don't have Veil of Summer, so our stuff is very counterable. Okay, Thousand Face Shadow, sure. And they make a copy of Network Disruptor. Okay. So we could grant reach and try to block, and I might do that soon. But I didn't think it was worth going for it just yet. Okay. Now we can draw a card and have a big threat and possibly make some big mana. So that's a good draw. See. And we, yep, draw. Okay, something to do with big mana. This is getting better and better. Unfortunately, it doesn't draw a card now because we already have the Ashaya. Don't know why they want to do it like that. All I need is green. Ooh, but I kind of took my shields down, right? Because this doesn't tap for green on its own. So I need to untap Selvala, even though I'm not doing much with her. Guess we'll take the one that does the +1/+1 counter. We can give it the trample and attack. Doesn't achieve anything though, because we need to leave this open. It adds green right now because of the Ashaya, so as long as we have this untapped, we're doing okay. It also untap the Leafkin. Okay, now we have more mana because of Leafkin. And we weren't using those cards anyway, so it's not the end of the world. Rawr. Yeah, all this mana with Ronus is going to kill them very quickly if they don't have the right answer this turn. All of their puny ninja advantage will mean nothing. Well, when you're a ninja deck, you gotta attack with your ninjas. It's what you do. Down to 8. What you gonna do, opponent? Infernal Grasp. Let's try to protect. Oh, cancel. Careful. Hexproof. Turtle. And they have the negate. So, perfect mana to do what they needed to do. Let's see if it holds for them next turn. We draw. It's Nissa who shakes the world? How much can we attack them for? Math might need to be done. They don't have lethal next turn yet, but if they have one good ninja creature, they do. So that's 10, 12, plus 3. I think we can force a block here. Unfortunately for us, they have an Ornithopter. If we untap the Nykthos, we can make a lot more mana in combat, though. but we need the 2 mana to put into it on the spot, and we don't have it. I guess we have Selvala, but we're tapping Selvala to attack. So I guess we put the mana in now, and we don't attack with Nykthos. It's close. Not lethal, but very close. I guess they can just take it and then counterattack me and win, so it's fine. What could we have done different? Just have the 3/3, not go for the extra pumps on Selvala. Yeah, I threw that one, but they had the ninja anyway, so they had me. Close game, considering our draw was a little bit slow, and they did have to have perfect, and they had it. If you've made it this far into the video, it's a good time for the kind of secret shout out that we're going to get the real talk. Selvala is definitely a victim of the queue that she is placed in. Any deck that runs blue or black should never lose to Selvala. They should have enough interaction to pull it off unless you have an absolute nut draw with Veil and Hexproof and ways around it. And your opponent probably even then has to make a mistake if they're the kind of removal-laden decks that we're used to seeing in Hellq. For example, here I probably can't play Selvala because they'll do something nasty to interact with her. So we'll just play this Caryatid. But if Selvala were an open queue, if she weren't this close to Hellq, she would probably have a lot more fun, as you'd play way more commanders and opponents who would let Selvala go nuts. So Selvala is definitely a queue victim, probably a pretty bad win rate overall, if we're being real. I could just try to ramp without her in this game, but I think we'll put her out there as perhaps a decoy for the opponent. But I'm not going to play any more critters. No more critters. I'm expecting a board wipe. Instead, it's key. Okay, opponent kept a really slow hand, and they're going to get tightened for it. You love to see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and Veil open. Love it. Actually, we'll have the mana to make with Selvala after we play. No, that doesn't work. Okay. Actually, we're not going to have Veil open after this. Still worth it. Because we can shield counter our Selvala and draw a card. Opponent discarded the counter spell. That was probably what they took from the key, but slowing down their mana is definitely worth it. How close are we to the Tarask? Mana away. I think the Tower Scout can get us there. Opponent plays a Lotus Field and passes. Well, then we definitely have the Trask. Not even a question. Raw. I don't know what they were thinking. I can make a whole bunch of mana for this layer if I untap here. I think that's worth it. Tower Scout. Untap. Submit 10 mana. Power this up for 9. Swing. Dead. As intended. Exactly as intended. We're on the draw, so we mulligan for turn 1 ramp. We have it. Okay. And Momentous Fall as well, along with Ronus. Against Isika, do I play this? Just gonna have it on the field. Unfortunately, no protection. That's the thing that's missing. If they just kill Selvala, life is sad. But I can always play Ronus, which can also turn on the Mox Amber. So it's not the end of the world. Grim Tutor? Let's go, baby. If there's still a saving grace to like kind of glass cannon decks like Selvala in Historic Brawl, it's that people don't look at the commanders before they mulligan all the time. They should, but they don't. All right, focus, focus, focus. One, two, three, four. I guess I have a mana for Momentous Fall, or I could play this, but since nothing's attacking this turn, God Eternal Ronus is a bit of a waste.
In this land, we are all connected. The land shall conquer you.
And we'll see what the opponent does. I'm probably going to instant speed cast Momentous Fall, sacrificing Ronus to draw 5. But if I can wait, if the opponent doesn't do anything threatening to the board, I can draw even more next turn. All right, they're going to Wrath, but we still have Nissa. I guess I'll draw 3 instead and keep Ronus since it's going to survive the Wrath. Galta. More forests.
Rise, my elemental.
Let's go. Ronus plus Ronus equal Ronus. 16. I can get them to 1? Okay. They dead. But yeah, I could use a Ronus buff there to get them to 1. Or I could play Galta. And let's be honest, I'm playing Galta. Tasha might destroy us because they're usually just all board wipes, and they might steal some amazing creatures from us. They also might steal some absolute, you know, it's just some mana dork crap. Anyway, we're sitting here waiting to mulligan because our opening hand is unkeepable. But since we're on the draw, we're also probably mulliganing until we have a turn 1 elf, or at least a chance at a turn 1 mana producer. It's unfortunate that we have the Kami here, because if these were lands, it would be a keep for sure. No ramp. Protection, but no ramp. No ramp. We have to draw a land off the top, and then we have ramp and protection. So I guess we keep. Let's put away one of the protections in the Ulamog. Gotta draw the land, though, or we're just dead in the water. Would you like to fatally push my Grazer? Nice to know that they already have interaction. They have his Kanta. It's not a mana rock. We did draw the land, so we could slam Selvala, but I think she'll die. So let's play the Paradise Druid and get set up for next turn. We still need to draw a payoff for Selvala. Some way, some big creature. But if we draw a big creature, things get cooking. Also, if there's a counter spell, that's a disaster. We're hoping it's just a removal spell. Resolves, cool. Protect. All right, big turn. See if the opponent can deal. Elspeth's Nightmare deals. It also will take Freely's out of our hand, so we can't replay Selvala next turn. We have to play Freyleys. All right, Mox Amber produces no mana, but they put it on the field anyway. At least Freyleys also adds to our devotion. Do we seek an elf? I think we want to try to get to the Regal Force I think that's our strategy. So we're plussing, which untaps an elf. And then it's a perpetual +1/+1. I'm trying to think, do I want to attack for more? I think I do.
I take no counsel with trespassers. Fight or leave. We blossom with nature's magic.
Attack for 3, attack for... Okay. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, we need like 1 more mana to put mana into this, but we can recast you. That is solid. I guess we go for it. Be hopeful. They're down to 2 cards. Is it a board wipe? It's Memory Deluge. Wow. Coward. What? I mean, I guess no removal spells and no board wipes. Still, next turn you get multiple looks. It's not like I pop off this turn. You know, I don't get to find a Regal Force. If I just don't top deck a good card, all I'm going to do is attack you with a big layer. And next turn, if you, with Azcanta, find a board wipe and kill my stuff, and I get a Regal Force, it doesn't do anything. Like, that is a really bad scoop. We're on the draw, but we've got Kami of Bamboo Groves, so we can try to ramp Selvala out early and hopefully go nuts. It's very difficult against a control deck, so I'm not super optimistic. But at least we didn't have to mulligan. So even if they kill Selvala quickly, we've got Cavalier of Thorns around the corner. Ronus's Monument is a cool one. Sudden Spinnerets doesn't protect Selvala very well. You can get away from around things like a cut down. Here's the thing. Our opponent wants to play Tasha this turn and try to follow the path that lets Tasha ultimate quickly. So I think we definitely play our commander here. And if they spend the turn removing it, it slows down their Tasha plan. And if they don't, I don't know, maybe really good things happen. We've got an Allosaurus Shepherd. And we've got Aronis' Monument. Which lets this... If I give this a plus... Nope. Nope, not enough mana. Okay. But Spinnerets... If I play Monument... Trying to figure out the mana. Can I get to Vorinclex this turn? Because right here, like I can play this, then I can play Shepherd, then I can play Spinnerets. Yeah. Nope, I needed 1 more mana. Yeah, this doesn't get reduced by the Monument.
Finally.
But we took a chunk out of Tasha. It won't ultimate right away. And our creatures can't be countered, so that's exciting. And the opponent hasn't wiped our board yet, so that's wonderful. And they might have counter spells up, but that doesn't work on our creatures. Don't kill her. Don't kill her. Okay. Lame. Opponent, I pronounce you lame. Do we play her again? +1/+2 here. Attack Tasha. Put them in the same position again. Love it. We're going to lose the Kami, but it's fine. Wasn't doing too much anyway.
You know, dueling used to be fun.
Force them to keep coming up with removal for Selvala. But we are moving a game plan forward of getting to our big monsters and running them out of removal for them. Alright, Tasha's back.
May the best mage win.
And we are about to go crazy.
Adventurers.
Love it. Manual taps because reasons. Don't question it. Ooh, the castle. The card is staff. We're close to infinite. We're very close to infinite. This right now, for 1 and a green, it costs 4 mana. I've got to get Vorinclex down to do it, though. Okay. I can attack the Tasha here, but then I'm going to lose the Allosaurus Shepherd, so that's not really worth it. I'll just go on to the largest creature. Oh, that made it so I don't draw. That was stupid. Still things I got to get used to. You don't want to tie the power toughness. So I cost myself a card there, which, you know, with the way this deck works, if it was an untapper, might have cost me the game. Celestis, sure. Can they get out from under the Vorinclex chokehold? Oh, we were about to go infinite too. Some of you, if I had infinite that turn, let me know the line, because I haven't done many Staff of Domination infinite lines. In a nutshell, if you have it on the field and you have a way to make 5 mana, you can use 1 mana to untap the staff and then 3 mana to untap target creature. So with Selvala, I need a 5 power creature, but I also still need to use the 1 green to activate Selvala. So I need a 6 power creature or greater. And then I can just start using Selvala, making the mana, untapping Selvala with staff, untapping staff, and continue until you have infinite mana. Once you have infinite mana, you just draw cards. The 5 mana tap draw card, you do it over and over and keep untapping staff. Once you've drawn enough creatures, you play them and you use Ronus's Monument to make the creature big enough, one of the ones without Summoning Sickness, then you attack the opponent for lethal. We're on the play, so we can keep a hand with ramp creatures for 2 mana instead of the usual desperation mulliganing for 1. We're up against Prosper. Prosper is often got a billion removal spells. And normally if 2 removal spells resolve, we're kind of out of the game. So we're going to need to draw some protection. But at least we have a Blizzard Brawl potentially for Prosper, which can create so much value it takes over the game very quickly. All right, they start with Inquisition. They can take 1 of our 2 mana creatures, and they do. We draw Haven. I think I'll play the Leafkin. They know about it, and they might just kill it. But then maybe they don't have removal for Selvala. All right, they let that stay, probably because they plan to remove Selvala. But let's go ahead and cast the Haven that we drew. And then Selvala can come out and eat a removal spell so that they don't use it on our mana creature, so we can play a monkey next turn. Yeah. Against the removal-centric decks, you kind of just have to let your commander get killed over and over and try to use it as card advantage. Hopefully you can keep making enough mana to force their hand on these things. Alright, they play a Mind Stone. Kogla fighting Prosper isn't great. The card, for some reason, has Death Touch. I can't explain why. It just makes no sense. All right, for 5 mana, we can't activate the Nykthos. I guess we just play the monkey. If the monkey dies, it's very sad, but it is threatening. Also makes a lot of mana with Nykthos. They bog me. They prosper. Okay. I think that's amazing for us. It is. It is amazing for us. So I don't think I Kogla here. Board wipes are too devastating. But I will play Selvala. use this to destroy the Mind Stone. Blizzard Brawl, indestructibility, means the Death Touch doesn't kill it. And send Prosper back to the Stone Age. And hit them. And see if they can sweep the board. Gonti. More Death Touch. Stop. It's annoying. Don't have a human out that I can return to hand to save Kogla from Death Touch, so Kogla doesn't want to fight Gonti. But it's my only play. Okay, bye. I guess we don't get to see what we draw, and we don't get to go off and have happy fun times, but Prosper running away is kind of bizarre. I'm amazed. Usually that deck has all kinds of ways to keep us in check. Another 5 colors versus 1 matchup, and as long as we go first, we can keep a 2-mana dork. Last time I played this matchup, the Asika deck was just all removal spells. So I might just be running out Gwenna, aka Selvala Light, to try to eat those removals. Or Selvala might have to eat them, depending how much mana we draw. Try to get that commander card advantage where they're using spells on a renewable resource. Nice to draw a payoff card like the Elder. Grizzly Salvage. Look at their top 5. Put a creature or land into hand. It's kind of weird with the Sika. This looks like Teamer Ramp. And they get the Risen Reef? Okay. Risen Reef. Making me think like they're playing Omnath or something. I think my play is the Monument. I think that's worth it. No attacks. Stay hexproof. If I order... No, it's a cast trigger on the Monument. Okay, I have to be careful with the cast triggers if I want to draw with Selvala. Anyway, opponent plays land, says go. They might be thinking about countering our commander. So we probably just play both of these this turn. If they have a board wipe, that's pretty bad. But we follow up with an Elder. Hit! And we'll see what they do this turn. The Reef? It's not very good. It's good for us. And tapped lands. Okay. Oh my goodness. What is about to happen? I am so suddenly excited. Draw. Haven. Don't have another creature yet, but a Momentous Fall can fix that. What are we drawing with, though? Are we drawing with the Elder? Could draw with Selvala. Actually, let's take that one back and cast the Fall first. Woo! That's a Tarask. That's a Tarask. And it's lit up. Take that action. Nice. I'll fight your Reef, and we'll still hold up a Blossoming Defense. I should have put the +2/+2 on Gwenna. I'd hit for more damage. Kind of forgot about the untap for a second. If I hit for 2 more damage, I almost attack for lethal. Man, I wonder if there was a lethal line there. But that's what this deck can do. If they wrath the board, it's kind of embarrassing though how bad our hand becomes as we drew a lot of land. I hate you, but I think they have to name Odd here, which leaves Paradise Druid to try to get the job done. And with the Selvala in the command zone, can do it. Oh my goodness. Well, life finds a way. I always build my historic Brawl decks card by card from scratch. Yeah. And it takes a long time, but making the perfect Brawl list is very, very difficult. One of the more competitive decks in the format, competing in the Hell queue, and takes a lot of time and exploration, more than I can put into one daily video. So I'd like to thank the following content creators who I always check out for inspiration and ideas for my deck lists. Legend.
Today we're taking a look at 2 Heavens as one, as suggested by my supporters on Patreon.
Amy the Amazonian.
Welcome to Brawl Stars. Today we're playing one of my favorite commanders, Volo.
I'm Not Fine.
That is lethal. Wow. GG.
And the Historic Brawl Stronghold on Discord. Thank you guys. Great content, and I appreciate the inspiration.